Here's another authentic caboose model from Tangent. Let's see how it does. Hi, I'm Dan Cortopassi, and today I'm reviewing an HO scale Chicago Northwestern bay window caboose from Tangent Scale Models. My model is decorated for Chicago and Northwestern. The MSRP for this car is $124.95. I paid $119.99 for my model from Lombard Hobbies. We'll start the caboose at 100 possible points. The car comes in a sturdy cardboard box. Inside is a sheet of paper with prototype information on one side and information on operating the lights on the other. There's a slot in the foam cradle that contains a magnetic wand. A plastic cradle protects the model. This is a good box that should protect the model for storage and transport. The information I found for these cars came directly from Tangent's website and the documentation inside the box. International Car Company built 100 cabooses for the Chicago and Northwestern in 1966 and 1968 in two separate 50-car orders. These were among the last cabooses built for the CNW. They were originally delivered in red paint. My model represents a car from the 1968 order that was modernized in 1981 in the CNW's Clinton, Iowa shops. The cars were extensively rebuilt and emerged in Zito Yellow paint with the CNW ball and bar logo and a flag. There are photos of these cars on the Tangent website. One of the photos is of this exact car, CNW 11190. I compared my model to that photo as well as photos of other similar CNW cars, and it looks spot on. The paint on the car is opaque and the markings are crisp and free of voids. Small stencils are legible with magnification. I like some of the subtle variations, like the different shade of yellow meant to represent a reflective stripe along the lower sills. The car has freestanding grab irons throughout. The window glazing is clear and nearly flush. The bay windows have screens pre-installed on the sides. They don't appear to be openable. On the ends, the car has uncoupling levers, air hoses, and nicely done brake wheels. The steps and end platforms are see-through. There are holes near the top of each end ladder representing ladder rungs that were removed when the roof walk was removed. On top, the model has a detailed smokestack, a vent, and an antenna. The rooftop antenna is very delicate, so be careful not to bend it. According to the Tangent website, all traces of roof walk supports were removed during the 1981 rebuilding. Underneath, the car has very nicely done brake system and other details. One axle has nicely done generator detail. The trucks have journal boxes that were converted from oiled to roller bearings. The lids are gone and you can see the roller bearing detail inside. The caps don't rotate. I like the spare knuckles near the bay on one side. Some of the details on the underside are extremely delicate, so use caution when handling the model. The wheels are metal with the standard RP25 tread profile. All the wheels pick up current from the rails for the onboard lighting. The car has KD scale couplers on both ends. Looking for a match on the horizontal center line, the coupler on the smokestack end is high, so I'm taking 5 points. The coupler on the other end is also high. One of the wheel sets is narrow in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge, so I'm taking 5 points. There is no significant body wobble. The car weighs 4.1 ounces, a little over the 3.5 ounce NMRA recommended weight for a car of this length. The car is free rolling. The caboose had no issues on Kato 550mm curves, which are equivalent to a 21 5/8 inch radius. Instead of a decoder, the lighting on this car is controlled with magnetic switches concealed in the roof. The supplied wand can be used to turn the marker lights and interior light on and off. The car has a capacitor circuit and the lights will remain lit for a few seconds if power is lost. This system has the benefit of working on DC as well as DCC powered track. The red lights blink on and off, which is prototypical according to the information on the Tangent website. You don't need to actually touch the car with the wand to activate the switches. Close is good enough. The switch for the interior light is near the center of the car. It's hard to see on video and kind of hard to see in person too, but it does work. To fix the high couplers, I'll need to lower the car slightly. I'll start by removing one of the trucks. Be careful because caboose trucks often have wires attached. It's hard to see, but there are a pair of plastic washers between the car body and the trucks on each end of the car. Removing these got the couplers down to where they needed to be without having to do any filing. I used my fingers to spread the side frame slightly to remove the out-of-gauge axle. The twist and pull method works well here. I make small adjustments until both flanges drop into the slots in the NMRA gauge. So I've reviewed a few Tangent cabooses now, and I really like them. They're doing a really nice job with these models. I remember some comments from people who wanted an authentic Chicago Northwestern caboose, so I was eager to review this one when it came out. I think it's pretty cool. You know, I'm primarily an SP modeler, so it might be a little bit of a stretch for me to run this on my Donner layout. But, you know, on the other hand, model railroading is about having fun, and, you know, so why not, right? You can use all the modeler's license you want and, you know, just do what you like, you know. I do have a small number of CNW engines that I could run it with, too, if I want to put together a CNW train for, you know, photography or whatever. So I think that would be pretty cool. One thing I like about the cabooses that Tangent's been doing is the wand system for the marker lights and the interior lights. I think it's a little simpler than having a decoder, and it's also something that you probably don't really need a decoder for. I know, you know, there's a tendency, I think, to want to control everything with DCC, but if you think about how you're operating a caboose, most of the time you're going to be turning the marker lights on when it leaves the yard or wherever you're starting your train from. And then they're just going to stay on, you know, I mean, until maybe the train stops and you park it. So having the ability to turn them on and off while the train is moving isn't something I really think most people were going to want to bother with. And it also would require, you know, then you have your caboose dialed in on some DCC controller somewhere with the address and all of that. And it's just like, I don't know that it's really necessary to do all that. At least for me, I don't think it would be. So I think it's a pretty cool system. I think it's nice and simple, and I'm looking forward to seeing more caboose models from Tangent. Let's see what we've got. The car had 2 high couplers and 1 out-of-gauge wheel set, so I took 15 points in the standards and operation category. That leaves us with 85 out of 100 possible points, which earns a B. This is a highly detailed and accurate model. I'm giving it a green signal. I think Tangent did a really nice job with this car. It's really nice to see Tangent doing some really cool cabooses lately. If you're a fan of the Chicago Northwestern or just want a different kind of caboose for your HO scale layout, then I think you might like it. If you like this video, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.